Files and links. This is a good one. What we're trying to point out is all the things that we didn't have the ability to do before. Files and links is really important. How many of you update flyers every once in a while or have specials or, okay, Felicia was raising her hand. Okay, so Felicia's the only one. So what Felicia can do now is say Felicia's got a special that she wants to put on her profile. With the files and links, you can do that now. So Anne's got hers up there. This is when she was on television. Is that a PDF or is that the video?
It's the link to the video.
Okay, so that's kind of cool. So that's the YouTube video.
We don't have time for that.
Yeah, your advertisement that's in there. Theoretically, what you have the ability to do now is if you have an ad and you've got it on PDF, you can now add your ad to your profile and advertisement. And you can change that every day if you wanted to. The point is content is fresh, it's updated, and you have that control and empowerment to that.
That's under what tab?
I'm sorry?
What tab is that?
That's under, scroll it for me just a little bit, please. That's under My Files and Links.
Okay, thanks.
Okay?
And it showed back on the member profile, on the main page, it shows the top 3.
So there's her video, and there's her advertisement. Okay, let's see here.
Now, does every member see that, or only within your own profile? In other words, can Anne's the only one that can see her files and links?
No, everyone can see it. Even people from outside of CABA can see that, which is why it's important. If you've got an advertisement and you want somebody outside of CABA to see it, there's a great way to do it.
And Derek, can we point out that if you purchase the web presence with the directory, we've already uploaded your advertisement to this section, so that's on there already.
Let's talk about connections very briefly. Connections this is a really nice function, and I want to talk about that very briefly. How many times have you been at an after 5 or coffee and gotten to meet somebody brand new, and you got the business card, but the business card makes it to the the almighty pile? You know what I'm talking about. And you don't necessarily get to talk to that person, communicate with that person again until the next after 5 or coffee. What a great thing you have, what a great ability you have now to go onto their member profile, send a request to connect with them, and then within your connections you can send private messages to those people, view their personal pages, you can send emails to your group of connections. We have them in categories, so is it stuck in? Okay, so you can put them in right now in those categories. If we have to, from an administrative standpoint, add new category listings. If there's something that you would like to suggest, you can send that in on the help file or the help form, and we'll show you how to do that. But this is a great way, especially if you're used to LinkedIn, to really build relationships, and that's really ultimately what this is all about. This is not meant or designed to take anything away from any Wednesday that you're ever going to be at, or any other function, power lunch, or networking on the 9s. This is designed to enhance it. Now there is no excuse to not be able to get to know your fellow CABA members, and for people within CABA and outside CABA to get to know you. Right.
Can people see who you're connected to?
Yes, within CABA. So all the 420 members that were listed within the CABA main community can see who you're connected to. People outside cannot.
I think as a preference, if you want to, you can take that off, so no one can see your connections.
True.
If you don't want them to, you can click.
I don't want them to know how tight we are.
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to touch on these things briefly. You have a photo gallery, which is a cool feature. Your resume, I think this is important. I think people think in terms of looking for a job. Your resume goes well beyond that. When you utilize a LinkedIn or something like that for that reason. Let's put it this way. If I'm looking for, and Dick and Carl, if you don't mind, I'm going to use you guys as an example. Realtors, right? There are a lot of realtors in the Tampa Bay area. But why do I want to use Dick and Carla? I know what their expertise is. I know what they do. And I can find out a lot of information about them via their resume. And that's why you choose them versus someone else. So you can utilize this tool effectively to really promote you and your business, what you have as a background, and why your value proposition. I mean, this is you. So that's a really nice feature you didn't have. I mean, if you searched on the old Carrollwood Business website, what did you see except a directory listing with your address, phone number, and email, correct? So you've got a lot to work with here. Career postings, love this. Bad economy. Some of us do have jobs that we're posting. Some of us have things that at times where we're hiring. You can submit an opening, and you can put all kinds of criteria for what you're looking for. You can be emailed when somebody applies for that position, when somebody's looking for that. But it's just a nice feature to have within the site, so that just another way that we can all work together and help each other out. And you've all seen the CABA Network's emails where somebody says, looking for a salesperson. Now you can do this the right way, we'll say. We talked about membership info. Tell a friend. We'll just touch on it very briefly, and then we are actually going to have time for questions, which I'm really excited about. This tell a friend doesn't have to be limited to just an event. This can be about CABA itself. So if you can think of 10 people, 5 people, 3 people that you think would be great CABA members, this is a nice feature to send them an email, throw a quick message in there. Hey, look what we're doing at CABA. This is great. We would love to see you here, and send that out.